Hi guys, Miss McGuire here. Today we are creating a mosaic. Mosaic art is where you take pieces of things. It can be glass, tile, stone, and they're kind of broken pieces, and then you place them together to create a design or a piece of artwork. And today our medium that we're going to be using is paper. So let me go over the materials for it, and this STEAM activity includes art and math today. We are incorporating all the 3D shape stuff that we've been learning in math. Okay, and let me show you an example of what it's going to look like at the end. Make myself smaller. Okay, so these are this one I created, and then my daughter Sadie and Clark made this one. So I just wanted to show you how different they can look. You can just be creative with it, have fun with it. So you create an Easter egg, and then on the Easter egg, you're putting 3D shapes on it, labeling the shapes. And at the bottom in the grass, you're going to choose 4 of those shapes, and you're going to write the attributes for those shapes. Remember, attributes meaning faces, edges, and vertices of those shapes that you made. And the shapes can be however big or small that you want to make them. This is your art, so be creative with it. And since it's mosaic art, you want to kind of cover most of your area, kind of like my background here of my presentation. And then you can go through, say you didn't have time to do the last part of it, but you can go through and color it at the end, decorate it how you want it to be. You could add stickers to it. However you want to do it, just be creative and have fun. All right, so I'm going to go through the materials that you're going to need so you can see if you have everything for it. You're going to need white paper, green and blue paper. If you don't have green and blue paper, what you could use is white paper, and you can just color it green and blue. That was just for the background and the grass. It's what I had laying around. And then you could use scrap paper, construction paper, or recycled paper. You could even, instead of drawing the shapes, you could cut out real life images of the shapes. In like a magazine or an ad, if you had one that your mom's throwing away, you can, cut out real life shapes too, and put those on your egg. There's a lot of ways to do it where you can use what you already have in your house. You don't need to go out and buy anything, guys. You're going to also need scissors, glue, and crayons or markers, whatever you've got. All right, so let's go. I'm going to take you through this step by step. All right, so first thing, we're going to draw an egg on a piece of white paper. So you may want to pause the video so you can gather all those materials that you need. But I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So I have my handy dandy clipboard. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw an egg on your piece of white paper and go ahead and draw it all the way, like take up the whole entire paper drawing an egg. So an egg is just an oval shape, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect, just do your best on it. All right, so it looks like, zoom in there for you. All right, and I am going to make my screen bigger for you. Okay, so there's your egg. All right, so next thing you need to do is you're going to draw some 3D shapes on different color scraps of paper and glue them to your egg. Label each shape after you glue it on. And I'm just going to do a couple of shapes here for you. If you need help drawing those shapes, because they can be tricky to draw, you can check out some YouTube videos with the help of your parents on how to draw those. But I'm going to go ahead and draw just a couple. So grab a color that you would like, just any scrap paper that you have, or if you are going to, cut out real life objects, you can do that with a magazine or an ad that you're not using. So I'm just going to use this old scrap paper. I'm going to draw a cube first. So to draw a cube, let me see if I can do this on the video for you. You're going to draw a square. Okay. And then right in the middle, draw a little dot. And then you're going to draw a square right outside the line of your previous square. Draw a line and draw a line down. And you're just making another square right here, a square on top of a square. Okay. And then you're going to connect those lines, one here at the bottom, and connect this top vertex to the other vertex. And then connect your bottom vertex to your other bottom vertex right there. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect, of course. Try your best. And then go ahead and cut that out. And you're going to take that shape that you made and you're going to glue it onto that egg. And if you haven't cut out your egg already, go ahead and do that as well. Take your glue stick or whatever glue you've got around, or even tape would work too, and tape or glue your shape onto your egg. And then what I did is right after I glued it, I just wrote the name of it real quick right down. It was faster to me than having to go back later on and write them in. So I wrote cube on there. So you're going to go ahead and do this with a couple other shapes. Let me show you a cool way to draw a pyramid. So I'm going to take another scrap paper. Doesn't matter what scrap you've got. And this one, I made a kind of cool way to draw a pyramid type thing. So draw an arrow like this. And then you're going to connect the top line and the bottom line. Like that. I just drew an arrow and I connected the top and the bottom line. And then if you wanted to make it even fancier, you can draw your dotted line underneath to connect it so it looks even more 3D. Then cut it out, add it to your egg. Of course, nothing has to be perfect. You're just having fun. Okay, don't get caught up on drawing them. Just try your best. It can be tricky to draw these. And then write your name of your shape, triangular prism. Okay, and then after you're done with that, you're going to decorate your egg. So use your markers, your crayons, color it how you want to do it. It's an Easter egg. Make it look all spring-like and cheery. So I'm just going to draw a couple of quick lines here. You take your time on it. And you may want to pause the video. I am just showing you part of the example, so I don't have all of my shapes on here. But at this point in time, just pause the video and make sure you have all your shapes on here before you decorate. Okay. Then after that, be creative. You can even add stickers. Okay. Then create your background. So you need blue paper for this, or you can just use white paper and draw and color your own background. And then you need your egg, and you need a green scrap of paper or some white paper you can draw on, or some recycled paper. Anything will work. Okay, then you just put some glue, and I actually did that a little bit backwards. I was supposed to cut the slits on there. So to make the grass kind of like a 3D art, I just took my scissors and cut slits all the way up like this, and then I put glue on it, and I didn't put glue on the top part where I cut. That way, when I put it on my paper, it's going to kind of pop out, which is kind of fun. So I'll hold it up here for you in a sec. So I just glued it to the bottom of my paper like this. And then you just roll these up, and it kind of creates that 3D grass look. And I know that we've done that in our class before when we were doing our 3D triangular collages that we did, our dioramas. So Pretty cool. All right, then just add your egg. And that is close to our last step here. We're almost done. Almost done. Okay, so I just need to lift up my grass a little bit and put your egg underneath, kind of like hidden. Okay. So here it is. And then, it's hard to find that camera. All right, and then what you're gonna do, one more step here, is glue the egg to the blue paper. Just did that. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna write 3D shapes at the top, kind of a title for your paper, your art project. So, all right, 3D shapes. Mine doesn't show up super great there. You might want to use a darker color. And then you're going to pick 4 of those shapes and write the names of the shapes and their attributes. So say I picked the cube. On the cube, I'm going to write how many vertices it has and how many edges it has and how many faces it has. So it has 6 faces and 12 edges. And I believe it's 8 vertices. Yes, 8 vertices. So like that, just down at the bottom. And then you can just draw a little line, a little bit of grass around it. And then write your next one right next to it. So pick 4 of the shapes. If you have room for more, you can do more. You can always do more on the back too. But you're going to write the attributes of that shape, the vertices, the edges, the sides, how many vertices, edges, and sides. So you need to count them to figure that out, okay? And then be proud, you just finished it, yay! So excited to see them. I hope you all were able to complete this project. If you did it, go ahead and post it on Dojo. I'd love to see it. Love to see how it all turned out. So I hope you had fun with that art project. Keep working on those shapes. All right, bye guys.